Right, then it finishes 2-0 then to the Gunners. We predicted a 4-0 win, but 2-0 will take that any day of the week. So we go top of the table, and that's where we're going to stay, hopefully, for the full weekend. And if that is the case, then we're there for at least 2 weeks. Now, look, we'll talk about the downsides first and then go to the positive. Now, the downside is Odegaard. The last 3 Premier League games, he's gone off before the second half consecutively. That's never happened in the history of football in the league. And it's a worrying side, but nevertheless, those 3 injuries, I've watched every one of those games. 2 of them he landed awkwardly on the shoulder, and this one he collided. He had a collision knee to knee with one of their players, and you can't do nothing about them ones. At least it's not an off-ball incident where he's pulled his hamstring or he's done his ACL, that sort of stuff. It's nothing like that. So I say the most he's out for is a couple of weeks, maybe a month, but hopefully it's a knock and Arteta and Arsenal and Norway come to a compromise that he's not going to go to international duty and he sits this one out and he's back for Fulham away in a couple of weeks. Secondly, Declan Rice came off as well. He was holding his hip before he went off, about 5-10 minutes before, and then he couldn't carry on. Hopefully it's the same for him and they don't take any risks and he doesn't go on international duty for England as well. Hopefully he retreats. And then Calafiori came off as well and he was walking a bit gingerly. If that's the case, he needs to retreat as well and not go to Italy. Those 3 players hopefully don't go on international duty. They come back ready for Arsenal, Fulham away. The positives, Declan Rice, he had that plan today, Arteta, to play him in the number 6 role alone. But Odegaard got injured, so Zubimendi had to come in. And look, if Zubimendi didn't come in, Declan Rice doesn't play a little bit high up the pitch and that ball doesn't come to Declan Rice. So look, everything happens for a reason. I'm not saying it's good that Odegaard got injured, but Rice may not have been there for that goal, but he was, and we're 1-0 up. Important goal. He didn't celebrate again, which I know he was getting a lot of stick from the West Ham fans, but that's Declan Rice for you. His attitude and he doesn't let anything bother him. He's a top lad. After that, Eze, I think he had a good game. Obviously, his shot deflected and it came out to Rice, who scored. He had a couple of more shots. He should have scored one from about 5 yards, but he spooned it. Hits it over, similar to Rice's one, but Rice was a bit further out. It was still a difficult shot for Rice, that, because there was a lot of bodies on the line, but he hit it up high up into the net, which was clever. Second goal, Saka, we win a penalty. To me, it looks like it was outside the box, but look, karma's a bitch, and last week we should have got a penalty. We didn't. This week we do. I don't know. It looked like to me the foul happened outside the box and then he fell into the box, but we'll hear Howard Webb and all those bastards and arseholes and twats and fucking whatever you want to call them come out and go on about how lucky Arsenal are and it shouldn't have been a penalty and this and that. Well, anyway, look, we won the game. We should have steamrolled them. We had more than 20 shots, probably 30. I mean, we had so many in the second half. We just came out to kill him in the second half. I mean, Gyökeres, it's a bit concerning for me because I think since this last international break, since he's come back, he's not had a single goal. He's played the likes of West Ham at home, Port Vale, a home game in the Champions League, Man City at home. So he's played a lot of teams there where he's capable of scoring, but he hasn't. And I was surprised that Saka took the penalty. Maybe it's something to do with his 200th Premier League appearance, and this is his 100th goal contribution in the Premier League. So that's one contribution every two games. Don't forget, he played as a left back for about, I'd say about 20% of those games when he broke through the team. So look, it's positive. This is what we wanted. A couple of weeks ago, we would never ever imagine that we'll be sitting top of the league 4th of October, 5:05. Never. Nobody would have believed that. Going away to Newcastle after that draw against City, and then Liverpool drop points, and then we play first this weekend and we win, and we're top of the league. To me, I feel as though we will stay in the top of the league. I don't think Liverpool, or I don't believe Liverpool will win. It's a massive game for them, but it's a massive game for Chelsea. Man United have even gone ahead of Chelsea. If Chelsea lose that, the pressure is on big time. I don't care what the owners and that have said about Maresca. The pressure's going to be on. And he knows he has to win that game. Minimum is a draw. So look, again, we've had a couple of injuries, but the squad depth has saved us again. David Raya, 4 clean sheets out of 7 games. We've conceded 3 goals in 7 games. That's less than one every two games. So hopefully we can carry that on. There's a couple of weeks break now. It's probably come at the right time. Regroup. Hopefully we don't get any more injuries in international football, because that would be absolutely horrendous. To me, if Calafiori did come off injured, he doesn't go to Italy. He doesn't go for Italy. So, other than that, 3 points is 3 points. We've got 16 points. And, yeah, it's just job done, isn't it? You know, there's nothing crazy that happened in this game. It's just one of those games. And I said before the game, so what if they've got a new manager? Ange Postecoglou was a new manager for Forest a few weeks ago. We battered them 3-0. We beat these 2-0. And it is what it is. So I'll catch you on the next one.